I first moved to Ely actually in the summer of 2020. Moved up here to go to school at Vermilion and jumped into classes that fall. I also have a 4-year degree from Central Michigan University, but this 2-year program I just completed was a totally different thing for me, and I got so much out of it. I was very hands-on. We were out in the field like weekly. All of the teachers just had tons of experience, tons of real-world experience. And the program I was in, Natural Resource Technology, was very geared towards finding employment afterwards. The teachers, first and foremost, Rita Cook, Ryan Miller, and Molly Roski, were just amazing. Common Merganser? Not so common. But yeah, no, it's just been a wonderful experience, and I learned so much. I think I first came up actually to Ely about 10 years ago. It was when I was getting my undergrad, and it was kind of a family trip. I went with my brothers and a couple cousins. First time to Ely, and we went out, we did a big loop. I know we went out to Stewart Lake, and I had no idea what to expect. I was just kind of along for the ride, and little did I know at that time that I would be living here someday. But if anything, that really highlighted just how impactful it was on me at that time. I think I was kind of in a rougher spot in life too, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and I just vividly remember that trip meaning a lot to me. We were out on the water for about a week, and yeah, I guess it just stuck with me. Since then, I've done a lot more, and off the gunflint too, and it's just it's one of the things I look forward to most. For me, as for so many people, it's a spiritual thing, getting out there in the wilderness and just really spending some time on those lakes and seeing moose and catching fish and just camping, and paddling. It's an awesome experience. Yeah, I feel very, very privileged to live here. To live on the doorstep of the Boundary Waters. It's priceless, like getting out there in the wilderness and experiencing that for the first time. I'll never forget that. To be able to go out like at our doorstep into a place as untouched and pristine as the Boundary Waters. It's just jaw-dropping. It's given me a lot of opportunities to kind of get out in the wilderness, among the trees, and just exploit the good times, whether it's running or skiing or biking, any way to hit the trails or the water and just kind of be free. It's been really wonderful for my mental health, and it's going to be hard if I ever do, have to go to a city. It's going to be hard to be among so many people again and live in that city life. I've done it before, there's perks to that too, but I think for me personally, especially coming from a small town, it keeps me sane. I'm also, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I'm in recovery, and my journey with recovery and staying sober and more importantly, being healthy and happy, for me what that looks like is doing the things that this place kind of offers to me. The mental health with running and getting outside. It works some magic for me personally, and it's opened a lot of doors, honestly. And then there's also like the school element. I think going to Vermilion or Minnesota North the last couple of years, part of that journey, I think that experience was made so much better because it's right next to the Boundary Waters and the Superior National Forest. And literally for our labs with classes, we went outside and actually worked in the places that the professionals work in, and saw things and experienced things hands-on, which was really cool. Yeah, we're an hour away from, a lot of shopping centers and stuff. There's some slight drawbacks, I guess, but there's also some pretty big payoffs. The sauna has been really cool because I think that building in particular, I think it was built in the late 1800s, and There's a lot of old timers that go there, and it's always kind of cool just hearing more about like the deeper history of Ely. It's been great. It's been really great. I think there are a lot of like really interesting and just cool people in Ely with cool backgrounds, you know, from all over kind of, or people that are from here. Very welcoming. And it seems like people are always up to cool, like fun things, you know, whether, I mean, for me personally, it's a lot of like ultimate frisbee, or whether it's sauna, yoga, disc golf, you know, running, biking. There's a really good community that is active here all year, which I think is really cool. I mean, it's just as important in the wintertime, and yeah, it's been great. A lot of beautifully weird souls.